Call of Duty Cold War is another entry in a long line of series, and let's face it, it's never gonna go away. So let's talk about it. Call of Duty Cold War is a doozy to talk about. You have zombie mode, story mode, and also multiplayer. And unlike some reviewers that reviews them and gives them individual scores, we're just going to combine and establish all the facts of the game and its overall content and give it a score. First, let's get into the story. Call of Duty Cold War takes place in the early 1980s of the Cold War. Ha ha ha. Its campaign follows CIA officer Russell as he pursues Perseus, an alleged Soviet spy, whose stated goal is to subvert into the United States and tilt the balance of power towards the Soviet Union. Along the way, as you get into your own character, you get to somewhat customize your soldier with different traits and various backstory that gives you advantages and different perks of playing the game. You also find some insane, awesome, inspired, twist-inducing mindfucks and get to experience some of the best creative and art direction I've seen in a while during a Call of Duty type game. And you also do your damn thing. I actually loved the campaign of Cold War because everything ran smooth. I had no crashes and glitches, but I did get pissed at one point because I had the story mode corrupt the save file. When that happened, I had to redo the story. And at that point, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just play it all in one go. So you are able to beat the story mode in one gaming session, depending on how hardcore you play and at what difficulty. I ended up beating it on realism during in one session, so take that for granted with a grain of salt for your own playthrough. Anyway, the AI during the story did get wonky and every now and then, but for the most part it was pretty solid. Moving on, we will discuss about the zombie mode. Zombie mode is back, and it was one of my favorite things about COD in general. Once it was introduced to us, this mode aims to bring back some of the nostalgia values to the hardcore zombie fans as it incorporates some newer mechanics. I had a great time while I was able to play during my playthrough of COD Zombies, and that's the key word here, when I was able to play, because this is indeed one of the most broken modes of COD yet. I've crashed several times to the home screen during playing. I even crashed where it didn't shut the PS5 off, but it was a hard frozen crash where I had to manually reset my PS5, and then I even crashed that was so bad it literally turned off my PS5. I'm not kidding. But thank God, everything is good with my PS5. It's just that zombie mode needs some big fixes. The last thing we're going to talk about before we get into gameplay and graphic fidelity is the multiplayer. COD's multiplayer is the multiplayer as we all know it. Very few things have changed other than the skill streaks and the health bar system. The skill streak's been changed so that the bare casuals can rack up points. And you can also use your points in skill streaks. For example, if you want a helicopter, you just have to get enough kills and points. No matter how many times you die, there will be no resets. It's pretty cool for the ones that had struggled hitting those marks during multiplayer matches during those previous CODs that they had. You had to get kill streaks and kills in a row to activate it, where now you don't have to do it. It's kind of laid back, and I kind of like that. There's not a lot of pressure to be a sweaty. They also added 2 new modes, VIP Escort, which is a cool match where one of each members of the team become a VIP, and you must escort that member who's an actual playable guy like us and other people online. You escort them to safety before they die. And then there's Fire Team Dirty Bomb, which is a legit mini Warzone match that had a baby with Search and Destroy. You have to detonate or arm these bombs in a Warzone-like minigame. It's really fun once you play it, and the matches do run on a long time, but you are also able to leave at any time and you'll get your experience for what you got out of it. But if you stay, you will get a large bonus, and it's one of the fastest ways to level up other than the zombies. On PS5, you have the options of 4K 60 or 1400p on 120 frames per second. I personally went with the 4K 60 as I have a 4K TV, and 1400p didn't look that great during the 4K. Yeah, you get the 120 frames per second, but for me, 4K 60 buttery frames buttery smooth frames at the 4K was icing on my cakes. The gameplay is faster as there's health bars, stealth action. Some guns are more OP than others, like the AUG at the time and the M16, but now I'm finding out it's shotguns because the meta is constantly changing, and people will complain about things as far as COD goes because there's so many different CODs. People get used to the previous entries, they get stuck and filled with nostalgia, and then some people you just can't make happy because there's so many different CODs. Everybody likes their own COD, and that is that. We don't incorporate bias in our reviews, and we give Call of Duty Cold War 8 Soviet spies out of 10. Want to know what our review scores mean? Check out our ranking system video over on our channel. Make sure you smash that like, and as always, subscribe. God bless and peace.
Part of the plan?
I know you won't fail us.
Pre-order a digital copy and get early access to the open beta and instant access to the Woods Operator Pack in Modern Warfare, including Warzone.